So hey guys, it's me anime What If, and this is our new series What If Luffy born in Narutoverse. If you like this type of content, so don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, and let's get started.
We see two kids playing together outside at the playground, each having fun. Naruto, Luffy, get again within the building, an elderly lady yelled. "Oh, a man this early." A yellow-haired boy with shiny blue eyes stated. "I don't want to pass." A black-haired boy with mild black eyes said. The elderly lady sighed. Naruto. "Luffy, it's 12 a.m. All right, best," each youngsters said, frowning. Time skipped the following day. Two youngsters are strolling across the village hidden inside the leaves. A Hokage's elders had been going to launch statistics on what passed off to the Kyuubi after the fourth Hokage defeated it. "Naruto, what do you think they're going to inform us?" Luffy stated. "The top-notch tale on how the fourth Hokage killed the Kyuubi and have become hero of the leaf," Naruto said with a huge smile on his face. Arriving at their vacation spot, the two boys have been now in the middle of the leaf village. Loads of people had been there ready anxiously for the assertion. We see a vintage guy with mutable bandages and one round his eye, taking walks up to a big stadium with a microphone. Danzo Shimura is right here to release statistics on what absolutely occurred to the demon. The gang was taken aback, no longer knowing what to say. On the night time, the Kyuubi attacked the fourth Hokage, and the third Hokage each fought it with all their might. However, regardless of what they attempted, it's not possible for an everyday regular character to kill an effective tailed beast. After a few research, we located out the beast changed into getting managed by way of a Sheridan. Whilst that is troubling, the Uchiha had not anything to do with this, as none of them have the talents of shooting a tailed beast. We suspect it become a Rouge Uchiha member. Now for the vital piece of info. The Kyuubi demon was sealed inside Narutouzumaki. The entire crowd was greatly surprised. A boy that always helped them out with the groceries. The lads that had been always supporting across the village. "No way," Naruto stated. Naruto took off, jogging away back to the orphanage, no longer even caring what human beings had to mention. Luffy took off with him, feeling very concerned for Naruto. Arriving returned at the orphanage, Naruto tried to run in, however become grabbed via the collar of his shirt and thrown outdoor the orphanage. "You demon, you have been looking to get our believe right. Then kill us and our families, which you already took away on that day, that night." A massive man yelled, raising his fist. Luffy, arriving on the orphanage, yelled, "Wait." Luffy said, transferring Naruto out of the manor. "Forestall, please." He failed to do anything wrong, Luffy stated with a lot of tears, being held lower back. The person looked at Luffy. "Youngster, flow," the person stated, throwing a fast punch at Naruto. Luffy jumped inside the way, and the punch made touch with his face. Luffy's neck stretched 10 toes in the back of him. "What the hell?" Luffy turned into amazed. "Wow, what simply happened to my frame?" Luffy stretched out his palms, and it stretched another 10 feet. "You freak," the man said, throwing a punch at Luffy. Yet again, Luffy's head were given thrown lower back 10 feet, after which flung lower back to its original place, hitting the man like a headbutt. Luffy and Naruto ran off to the darkish alley approaches of the Leaf Village. Each of them, very tired, fell asleep on the dirty grounds of the Leaf Village. Time skip subsequent day. Both boys wakened in a grimy alleyway, remembering what happened yesterday. Naruto turned into very saddened, and Luffy attempted his hardest to cheer him up. "Simon, Luffy permits visit the third Hokage. He has to assist us," Naruto stated, saddened. Both boys ran and made a run for the Hokage headquarters, understanding humans will be after them. Arriving at the Hokage headquarters, each both ran past the secretary and busted through the Hokage door. The Hokage, surprised, checked out each boys. I knew you two might be coming right here. Hokage Sama, the orphanage kicked us out," each boy stated, saddened. "I see. I can provide each of you a condominium, just enough in your dwelling wishes, and come up with cash once a month," Hokage said, sighing. A grin appeared on Luffy's face. "Thank you, Hokage Sama," Luffy and Naruto said, going for walks off. Time skip few hours. Luffy and Naruto are in their flats on the eating table, ingesting. "Luffy, what changed into that issue? You probably did. Like, stretch your head," Naruto said. "I do not know," Luffy said. Luffy stretched out his arm again and reached for a water bottle. I assume it's a few kind of Kekkei Genkai, Luffy stated with confusion in his voice. Luffy and Naruto went outdoor and sat down. Hello, Naruto should not train to turn out to be shinobi. Luffy said, yeah, you're right about that. Hi there, I got an idea, examine this. G-O-M-U-G-O-M-U-N-O-O-O. Pistol punch, Luffy yelled to his surprise, his arm floppily just flopped on the ground. What? Naruto bursted out, giggling at Luffy's attack. Luffy sat down embarrassed. Luffy, let's just wait for the academy subsequent 12 months. Naruto said. Time skip 1Y. Luffy and Naruto walked through the allies towards the academy. Because they don't have parents, they needed to get the third Hokage to sign them up. After arriving at the academy, a lot of glares have been aimed at them. Well off in Naruto, they walked through the halls of the academy apprehensive for their first day. Classicum Variety 7, yeah, that's it, Naruto, and Luffy stated, taking walks within the schoolroom. Right away, glares changed into put onto Naruto as he reduced his head. Naruto walked to the return of the magnificence. Luffy right behind him, sitting a seat in front of him. The elegance commenced to fill up because the sensei finally got herein. My name is Uruka Yumino. I could be your sensei for the following couple of years. A dark-haired and brown-eyed guy with a scar said. Now please introduce yourselves. The sensei said as each student introduced themselves. Sasuke-cho, Shikamaru Nara, Luffy D. Monkey, Sakura Haruno, Ino Yamanaka, Choji Kichimi, Kiba Inazuka, Hinata Hyuga, Shino Abirame. As each student brought themselves and went again to their seat. Adequate. Now that introductions are performed, I'm able to get to teaching. The 5 hidden villages are the village hidden in the leaf, village hidden within the mist, village hidden within the cloud, village hidden in the sand, village hidden in the stone. Each village has their specialities and companies of shinobi and citizens. A village hidden within the leaves are recognized for the Senju and Uchiha extended family. However, that does not undermine the alternative clans, as they may be simply as crucial. Uruka Sensei stated. Luffy and Naruto nicely. Frequently, Luffy listened to what Uruka said. Every village is understood for certain matters. A leaf village is known for the fireplace Gestu and Dagestu. Stone village is understood for its earth Gestu. Mist village is thought for its killing strategies. Cloud village is known for the lighting fixtures release. Sand village is thought for the sand release. Uruka Sensei said in a teaching manner. Time skip, give up of class. All right, class. It's the end of the day. You're all disregarded. The class walks out of the academy as Luffy and Naruto ran domestic through the dark alleys. Arriving domestic, they opened the door and sat down at the sofa. Man, that class sucked. It changed into so uninteresting. Naruto groaned. Yeah, you're right, but allows. Just look forward to the fun Tages 2 classes. Luffy stated, grinning. Every of the men went to their separate bedrooms and fell asleep in seconds. A mysterious parent with ceiling formulas on his face and lengthy black hair with black eyes stood over Luffy. Luffy opened his eyes, feeling like a person is looking him, however fell again to sleep right now. It seems like you're doing okay, Monkey D. Dragon stated. The birds started out chirping because the solar slowly rises. Naruto, stand up. Luffy screamed as he threw Naruto off his very own mattress. We're gonna be past due for our second day, Luffy exclaimed, even as hurriedly putting clothes on. Naruto, without response, jumped away from bed and ran to the bathe. Time skip 9 minutes. Both boys are proven running via the darkish alleyways to the academy. Upon achieving their vacation spot, each input the academy and start strolling toward their magnificence, preventing in front of the lecture room. Both boys chill out and starting the door to the schoolroom. Much like the day past, Naruto is glared at with the aid of the entire schoolroom, except the instructor for some motive. After Naruto went to his seat and Luffy went to his. Quickly after, magnificence started and the elegance started out learning history, math, and more expertise at the hidden villages. Man, that is boring. When are we turning into ninjas? Naruto said, sounding very bored. Nicely, Naruto, ninjas must realize these items so as to come to be shinobi. Uruka stated, however, when you consider that you're so hasty and no upcoming wars are stated to be visible, I bet I ought to teach you what chakra is. Uruka stated, sighing. Chakra is the aggregate of non-secular and bodily energy. Chakra may be used for on the whole something, but it is recognized for ninjutsu, genjutsu, and fuinjutsu. There's of direction more arts like taijutsu and family jutsu, however the ones are for expert. And it's not something academy college students ought to get into. Anyways, ninjutsu includes of using the 5 elements: fire, water, wind, earth, and lighting fixtures. Through Kekkei Genkais, you could get sub-justice like ice style through wind and water. To go more in-depth, Kekkei Genkai are particular hereditary skills. Kekkei Genkai result from a mutation of the DNA that is then generally surpassed down through clans from discern to infant, or grandparent to grandchild. There is also branches of Kekkei Genkais known as Dajustice. Dajustice are utilizing eye strategies into some shape of mode. They are visible prowess that all have exceptional and precise talents. The most normally known clan to have these Dajustice are the Uchiha and Hyuga clan. However, there are most possibly other clans with eye powers like Uchiha and Hyuga. To head more in depth with chakra, it is basically our veins. It is a chakra network that connects the veins, and it exists inside the supposedly 13 trillion cells an average human being's body has, so that it will manipulate this chakra and transform it right into a sub-element or any principal detail that I listed. We've hand symptoms. Hand symptoms help the method of weaving chakra into the vital detail of path via a lot of training and chakra manipulate training. Oh, I almost forgot chakra manage. Chakra manipulate can generally be described as someone's capacity to create chakra, then channel it through their frame or rework it into a way. Chakra control determines how properly you could use jutsu. This influences the energy of your jutsu and your probability of hitting an opponent with ninjutsu. Unlike different human beings, those born with this Kekkei Genkai have oddly shaped inner chakra systems, which maximize chakra output power and control. This permits them to without problems use jutsu and manipulate their bodies in addition to their surroundings, as long as doing so is inside the realm of reason. Whilst chakra does not inform one's electricity stage, it does provide one the capacity to strengthen attack power and unfavorable abilities and pace. It can burst your velocity with quick outburst of chakra directed to the FT and legs and popular. So that's what the fundamentals of ninjutsu and chakra is. Now I am gonna give an explanation for what genjutsu is. Genjutsu is created whilst a ninja controls the chakra float of a goal's cerebral apprehensive device, thereby affecting their 5 senses, giving the jutsu caster complete manipulate over their 5 senses. That is regularly used to create false pics or trick the body into believing it has experienced physical pain. Notwithstanding its usefulness, genjutsu is not often hired. Maximum shinobi who prefer the actual, tangible consequences of ninjutsu and taijutsu over the imagined results of genjutsu, which maintain little impact over the bodily world. The problem of appearing genjutsu inside the first place provides a further barrier to its use. Genjutsu requires specific chakra control so that it will control the target's senses and superior intelligence to make the phantasm convincing. Stipulations that even a person as skilled as the Toad Sage saying lacks some, but are capable of specializing genjutsu, with Kurenai Yuhai being regarded as one of Konoha's specialists inside the discipline, and participants of the Uchiha extended family being in particular feared because of their Sharingan's innate potential to position you in a genjutsu just by means of looking at the Byakugan can also be used to increase the range of genjutsu. The ones below the have an impact on of genjutsu will either appear like subconscious or continue to move around under the pretense of the genjutsu. The latter may be very effective in struggle, as a genjutsu user can make themselves look like somewhere else and assault the victim from in the back of, or change the environment to make the victim see a flat simple wherein there may be a steep cliff. Alternatively, a genjutsu consumer can create extraordinarily small variations inside the surroundings. That's greater effective for intel amassing. As an example, Itachi Uchiha became regarded to forged a genjutsu upon meeting a person and that person's response to attach his photograph in the ninjutsu might assist him understand them better at the same time as maintaining himself secure. A sufferer's chakra go with the flow, if disrupted sufficient, can destroy the caster's influence. Iruka let out a LOOONG sigh man that was an extended explanation. We see Naruto asleep, not having the brain to hold up with what Iruka became announcing. However, Luffy heard the whole lot Iruka changed into announcing, and turned into very inquisitive about every situation. After the short relaxation Iruka had he permit every of the students pass outside on the training grounds to see what their modern day competencies are. Okay, college students, I could be putting you men on mutable, take a look at to peer wherein your modern day abilities are. Iruka stated. After this the scholars have been placed via 5 check. Energy, endurance, agility, stamina, approach. For the first, take a look at your presupposed to punch a punching gadget as tough as possible. All the extended family children were given 10 minus 20 as that they had training. Citizens were given 4-8, except for Luffy who got a 10. For the persistence, take a look at students have been hit with a gentle but kinda hard bat in the belly. Of path maximum college students or youngsters and misplaced at around 3 hits. However, Luffy lasted a surprising approximately of 10 hits due to him being a rubber man. For agility, every student ran around a song as fast as possible. Of route it changed into unfair for already educated youngsters like clan students. For stamina, they had to run music for as long as viable. Naruto aced this because of his big amounts of chakra reserves. And or method, every scholar has to come up with a plan to sneak internal a small metropolis. Very well, students, Iruka says, searching at the heavily exhausted college students' mendacity at the floor now, not being able to speak. I will supply in legit 1-5 ranking based totally off what I accessed out of your test. 1. Sasuke Uchiha. Due to being a Uchiha member, he had schooling from a quick age and has more experience than any of you. 2. Kiba Inazuka. His ferocious electricity combined along with his agility, he will be a terrific opponent in the Destiny. 3. Monkey D. Luffy. Regardless of being an extended family, much less boy, he showed extreme endurance and the maximum electricity out of any citizen on this academy. 4. Shikamaru Nara. In spite of no longer doing proper in agility or strength, your ick and intelligence mixed with strategy is almost unbeatable. 5. Hinata Hyuga. Due to extended family education, your Tejistu could be deadly. However, if you were not so shy, he'll absolutely be better. Iruka said. Very well, magnificence dismissed. Iruka stated, strolling out of the class. Naruto and Luffy run domestic and crumble, feeling as if their body was slime and couldn't pass. Luffy crawled to his bed in discomfort as he leapt on it and fell asleep immediately. He mumbled a few phrases before going to sleep. Academy sucks. Birds chirped and flew as the solar changed into rising faster than Luffy desired it to. Simon, sun, prevent going up so speedy, I don't want to go to academy, Luffy said with ache in his voice. Reluctantly, Luffy calmed his fate and went to wake up Naruto. Naruto, you doofus, wake up, we gotta visit the academy. Luffy stated loud in Naruto's ears. Okay, alright, I am up, Naruto said, leaping. After ingesting ramen for a snack and extra ramen for breakfast, Luffy and Naruto walked to the academy. Feeling as if they're ninjas now, they walked through the primary streets of Konoha, all eyes on Naruto. Bad boy, he's being manipulated by using the demon. What? The demon I concept, he died, I have not seen him in a while. Murmurs of the village saved getting louder and louder. Luffy and Naruto went from walking to running to sprinting closer to the academy as humans started throwing damaged bottles at Naruto. Arriving at academy doorways, they stopped sprinting and busted via the doors of the academy, on foot to their class number 7. On their manner to the elegance, they looked through one of the lessons and saw at the board Mama Marines and Revolutionaries. Luffy stated, attempting his hardest to pronounce the phrases. They saw a lady with black eyes with blue at the define of it with black hair, elevating her hands. Luffy, Simon, we're gonna be past due, Naruto said, walking in advance. Luffy nodded and started out on foot quicker to catch up with Naruto. Arriving on the boys' study room, they slid the door open and walked internal, Naruto getting the same old glares he always receives. Shortly after, their lecture room trainer arrived inside the Elegance and went at the back of his desk. Okay, Elegance, we can begin our lesson rapidly. Permits, just do attendance first. Uruka stated, wait, earlier than we do attendance, I've a query, Luffy stated. Uruka nodded at Luffy, implying for Luffy to mention his query. What is a modern and a marine, Luffy stated, confused. Uruka seemed deaded at Luffy. Where did you analyze those words from? Uruka stated, from the third 12 months training. Luffy said, all right. Then fortunate for you that become the situation today on Marines, revolutionaries, and pirates, Uruka said, calmed. Pirates, I did not point out that they exist, Luffy stated with an outburst. Uruka, ignoring Luffy's question, instructed him to shush as he is doing attendance. Each pupil became known as everybody become here. All right, this days may be a unique day. We're gonna communicate approximately the Hawkages and the other forces referred to as pirates, marines, revolutionaries. Hawkages are the most powerful of their instances. Hashirama, the so known as strongest Hawkage, had wooden launch. Tabarama, the brother of Hashirama, had intense water justu mastery and created maximum justice we understand nowadays. A third Hawkage became a disciple of the first and second and knows primarily each justu within the leaf. And the fourth Hawkage, who died sealing the Nine Tails, had advanced space-time ninjutsu. Now pirates are the result of humans not looking to be caught internal a village. Pirates have their personal ranking gadget, Yonkos and warlords. Yonkos are the strongest pirates. The Yonkos encompass Shanks, Kaido, king of the beast, Big Mother, eater of souls, and Whitebeard, stated by means of the human beings to be the king of the pirates. Uruka stated, the warlords are more like knockoff versions of Yonkos. The warlords are Crocodile, Buggy, Mihawk, Doflamingo, Jin, Kuma, Boa Hancock. Regulation. The Revolution are pirates who want to revamp the arena, not much recognized on them. Now for the Marines. The Marines are the fighting pressure towards the uprising pirates. The 5 notable villages have a quite exact relationship, dating the Marines as they're considered heroes and feature correct elements to alternate. Some of the Marines' most powerful men are Garp the hero, Akinu the red dog, Kizaru the yellow monkey, and Ayakiju the ice rat. I am not going to do extra in depth with their known capabilities, as we wouldn't have time for some other special a part of the day. Uruka stated, calmed. Uruka gesturing for each person within the Magnificence to visit training grounds. Arriving at the training grounds, every pupil sat at the floor waiting patiently for commands. All right, Magnificence, we've got Tejas do schooling. You men and girls will spar once a week for me to see what and in which you need to improve. I'm able to name you names up separately. Uruka stated, Kiba and Yuzaka versus Sakura Haruno. The suit ended in seconds as Kiba knocked out her with an unmarried blow. Ino Yamanaka versus Hinata Hyuga. Just like last time, Ino got knocked out with an unmarried blow. Shino Aburame versus Kiba and Yuzaka. This match become tough, however Kiba gained due to his outrageous velocity. Sasuke Uchiha versus Naruto Uzumaki. Now this is a combat really worth searching into. I'm gonna beat you, cocky bastard. Naruto yelled at the top of his lungs. Dobe, you beat me. Impossible, Sasuke said with a smirk. Naruto rushed at Sasuke, however Sasuke results easily dodged his attacks. The talent hole among an extended family infant and a clan-less baby turned into big. Sasuke were given into the Uchiha stance and made 3 blows in the direction of Naruto's belly. Naruto attempted to dodge, but all 3 blows linked as the air in Naruto's lungs disappeared. Naruto fell to the floor as Sasuke turned into declared winner. Hyuga Hinata versus Kiba and Yuzaka. The healthy ended highly quick, with Hinata being too shy to go all out, ensuing in Kiba's win. Kiba and Yuzaka versus Monkey D. Luffy PFT. I'm gonna beat you much like I did the rest, Kiba said cockily. Sure, Luffy said. Kiba rushed at Luffy as Luffy dodged his first attack. Luffy swung his arm for Kiba's face as Kiba ducked down and swooped Luffy's legs. Luffy, along with his 2 final palms, did a handstand and did a spherical kick in the direction of Kiba's head, which made contact, knocking Kiba back. Kiba quick brushed off the attack and went for a punch to Luffy belly. Luffy smirked as Kiba punched Luffy inside the belly. The punch did no damage to Luffy whatsoever, as Luffy punched Kiba in the jaw hard, knocking him. Some toes returned. Why are not my attacks operating? Kiba stated with a growl. All at once, Kiba's fingernails sharpened into claws. Kiba rushed at Luffy with unexpected speed and slashed at him. A scratch mark appeared on Luffy's chest as he grunted closely. Kiba smirked as he rushed at Luffy again, but this time Luffy dodged the attack, understanding this may absolutely harm him. Wanting to stop this combat, Luffy rushed at Kiba and swooped his legs. Then, to the eyes of the students watching, did his leg just get longer? He slammed down his leg on Kiba's stomach, knocking him without delay subconscious. Winner Monkey D. Luffy. Naruto cheered Luffy on, however felt guilty that he lost his struggle. Shikamaru Nara versus Sasuke. Shikamaru quit, not trying to cope with this. Very last match. Monkey D. Luffy versus Sasuke. Sasuke smirked cockily, however failed to say anything. Luffy looked at Sasuke and ran towards him, liberating a flurry of punches and kicks. Sasuke sidestepped Luffy and elbowed his gut. Even though he is rubber, he can nonetheless experience blunt attacks. He's simply proof against it, as Luffy on the identical time punched Sasuke within the jaw. Each Luffy and Sasuke engaged at each other, clashing hands, as Luffy brought a flurry of attacks towards Sasuke. Not going to apply what you probably did to Kiba, Sasuke said with a smirk. Sasuke punched Luffy face as Luffy swooped his legs, implying that he's gonna do what he did to Kiba. No longer on my watch, Sasuke stated as he used one arm to preserve himself in a handstand, and grabbed Luffy's leg and flipped him on his again. Tough. Luffy grunted as he felt that and spot his imaginative and prescient blurry. Luffy wasn't getting up. Winner Sasuke. Shortly after, Taijutsu Spar's magnificence ended and every person went domestic. Both children felt disenchanted in themselves, feeling as if they may surely do higher. Luffy counseled the idea of training as Naruto agreed to it. Naruto, I am going to secretly teach, Luffy stated, strolling off as Naruto decided he become too. However, what was he gonna train? He wasn't in particular special in something. He decided he is gonna teach Taijutsu until he graduates academy. Naruto stole an ebook of Taijutsu stances and examined it until he observed one which fit him. Piercing Fox. Naruto sounded simply interested by that because it reminded him of the nine-tailed beast. Naruto, right now we're given to education as he commenced getting inside the right shape of practice. We see Luffy looking to perfect the attack. Gum gum. Luffy stated pistol as an elongate arm stretched out towards a tree, but to no avail, it just flopped on the floor. It felt like something had to preserve it. Luffy attempted and tried, however it simply wouldn't. Paintings as Luffy turned into very mad. Grabbing his shoulder, he yelled gum gum pistol as his elongated arm flew via the tree bark. It worked, finally, Luffy said with surprise as he found out what he turned into doing wrong. All he needed to do changed into educate until he can do it with one hand. Luffy kept trying out his assault as the idea of more attacks he should do. Luffy attempted to stretch each of his arms without delay, but they flopped. He still could not do it himself. However, an idea popped in Luffy's head. He climbed up a tree and yelled, "Gum Gum Bazooka," as he jumped off the tree, elongating each fingers. Rather, they both did not flop due to air pressure keeping them nonetheless. He laughed the assault ahead as a tree cut up in half of. Luffy plopped on the floor, feeling as though his body could not move anymore due to exhaustion, as he fell asleep right there within the forest. A mysterious parrot with an Andu mask and black hair watched as he then became flames and flew away. Naruto arrived at Luffy's place, seeing his drowsing, as he picked up Luffy and brought him domestic. He placed Luffy on his bed and he went on his bed, each boys collapsing in exhaustion as they fell asleep. Flames reappeared in Luffy's room as a boy loomed over Luffy. The flames disappeared as Luffy and Naruto peacefully slept. Stars are in the sky. Luffy slowly opens his eyes and he receives up, heading to the kitchen. Luffy, what are you doing up? Naruto says, searching at Luffy with worn out eyes. Go lower back to sleep. Naruto, I need to take a stroll. I cannot sleep, Luffy stated, searching at Naruto. Naruto nods and heads lower back to mattress, snoring. Luffy eats and heads out, taking walks in a random course. Luffy, in deep concept, does not understand a heated string heading his way at the last 2D he notices, and jumps out of the way, getting a burn mark on his leg. Luffy gaps and looked closer to came from. Feeling robust, Luffy ran in the direction of the Uchiha district that is in which it came from. Arriving on the Uchiha district from the out of doors, it seems like the whole lot became great. However, whilst Luffy stepped inner, there was blood anywhere, and our bodies hanging on bushes. Luffy stepped lower back in terror and barfed at the floor. Hearing screams, Luffy could not face up to now, not looking to discern out what turned into happening. Luffy ran toward the screams that he heard. Luffy couldn't accept as true with agree with he noticed a person with pink hair, glasses, and a devilish smile searching at him eye to eye. The pink-haired guy appears at Luffy with a slightly amazed face. W, who are you and what did you do to Sasuke's extended family? Luffy yells, looking at the pink-haired guy. The person would not answer and rushes at Luffy. Gum gum, pistol, Luffy yells out. A stretched out fist comes rushing at the crimson-haired man. The pink-haired guy tilts his head to the proper, barely dodging at Luffy attempts to retract his arm, however the guy grabs it and pulled Luffy's arm in the direction of himself. WNH. Luffy yells as the man punches Luffy's head 10 feet returned. Luffy jumps lower back after liberating himself from the red-haired guy. Luffy grabs 2 poles and conserving onto them runs at purple-haired man. Gum gum. BAZOOOKA, Luffy yells as he lets his 2 fingers go. Each palms come flying at them as he attaches it onto clouds and swings away. Luffy seems on the Anbu. The Anbu appears at Luffy. Luffy, a teenage-sounding voice said through the masks. Earlier than Luffy may want to question anything, he is knocked out by way of the Anbu mask. And the whole lot goes black. Time skip 1 day. Luffy slowly opens his eyes. Luffy groans as he recollects last night. Sitting beside him is a sound asleep Naruto on his lap. Need to have been here with me all night time, huh? Luffy says this even as smiling. Feeling motion, Naruto jumps off and hugs Luffy. I thought you have been Naruto says crying. The third Hokage entered the clinic room. I see you're subsequently wakeful, Luffy. The elderly third Hokage stated. What do you need, vintage guy? Luffy stated with a frown. Luffy failed to in reality, just like the third Hokage, for letting Danzo talk out at the Demon Fox being inner Naruto. Luffy, meet me at my workplace at 5 p.m. We've got to speak about what came about yesterday night. The elderly man stated, taking walks out. Naruto, leave. I want time to suppose, Luffy stated. In spite of no longer trying to, Naruto left understanding what came about to Luffy. Luffy sad in concept, he changed into very disillusioned in himself. If that guy wasn't there, he might have died. He felt completely powerless towards the masked man. Luffy clenched his fist, irritated at how vain he was in that scenario. Time skip few hours. Luffy is visible within the 0.33 Hokage's workplace. Now Luffy, I am sure you recognize why you're here, the 0.33 Hokage stated seriously. Luffy commenced explaining what took place. All I see, the third Hokage says. Properly, Luffy, this is about 40% of it. Luffy appears on the third Hokage, confused. Itachi Uchiha has killed the whole lot of the Uchiha extended family with the exception of Sasuke Uchiha, his little brother. In spite of being a powerful shinobi, it was impossible for him to do it alone. We notion there has been most effective 1 extra man or woman with him, however with you stated there may be 2. From the description you gave me, the man or woman you fought appears to be Doflamingo, or called by using the underworld Doffy. He's an effective guy inside the Bingo ebook, said to have string-related powers, and other strength that we do not know have. He is additionally a pirate with a huge group that branches for the duration of the complete international. Due to this, it's hard to preserve up with him, third Hokage said. Well, keep on then, Luffy, you're not required to be here anymore, the 0.33 Hokage stated, shooing Luffy away. Luffy, without responding, walked out and right away went to the local library. He went to the ninjutsu facet and noticed Satan culmination involved. He went to that segment and read an ebook called What Are Satan End Result. A devil fruit is a natural born capacity that comes forth randomly. Devil fruit abilities may be suitable or horrific. Devil fruit talents can be a selection of factors from ameliorations to elemental manipulation on a high volume. The most widely recognized devil fruit users are Katakuri, Kaido, Massive Mama, Doflamingo, Whitebeard, Crocodiles, Buddy, Kuma, and Greater. However, we cannot suit all of them in this one ebook, haha. Anyways, Satan End Result customers are an unprecedented specimen that are hunted down and killed if their ability is to appropriate. Keep in mind there are more stuff known, however, that's so that it will find out. Luffy closed the ebook and now with confirmation knew that he had a devil fruit. No longer trying to get hunted down. Luffy left the library and went domestic. I'm by no means going to lose like that once more, Luffy stated in a reassuring manner. Timeskip Academy graduation. All of the students are shown to be slowly referred to as in for commencement. Monkey D, Luffy of 13-year antique. Tall black hair, black eyes with a shining smile. walks into the room. Very well, Luffy, you realize the deal, Uruka says with a grin. Clone just do, Luffy yells, even as creating a second Luffy. Transformation just do. Substitution just do, doing all three without difficulty. Luffy handed the exam flawlessly. Luffy walks lower back into the classroom with a headscarf on his forehead. Naruto Naruto walked in and already knew what to do. Shadow CLOONEJUSTU. Naruto yelled out. Flashback. Hi there, Luffy, I nonetheless cannot do a clone. How will I pass the take a look at, Naruto said with a huge frown. Properly, maybe if you tried setting all your chakra into summoning as many clones as you could, you'll ultimately get one right, Luffy said in a questioning pose. CLOONEJUSTU. Naruto yelled as 1,000 clones regarded. Wait, they're physical. That is Shadow Clone Jutsu, incredible, that is a rank Jutsu. Luffy exclaimed. Flashback over. Shortly after, Naruto flawlessly the check every person handed and sat in their class looking ahead to who their instructors may be. Group 8, led via the Jonin Kiranai Yuhai. Teammate included Kiba, Hinata, and Shino. Crew 10, led by means of Asuma Saruto by Group 10, blanketed Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nara, and Choji Akichimi. Group 7, led by means of Kakashi Hadake, Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke, Sakura Haruno. Due to a unique request and uneven scholar, there could be one solo team. Uruka said. Crew 0, led by way of Monkey D. Garp, hero of Marines, which includes Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy, being saddened by the truth he's no longer on Naruto's team, turned into thrilled to listen someone that famous and capacity relative turned into his sensei. Shortly after senseis got here, sooner or later as Luffy's sensei got here in. Luffy waved goodbye to Naruto and his team as Garp and Luffy went to a forest at the outskirts of the village. Very well, Brad, I recognize you've got questions, however the ones can be replied later. Let's tell about each other first. My call is Monkey D. Garp, the hero of the Marines. This is all you need to realize presently, Garp said whilst picking his nostril. My name is Monkey D. Luffy. I dream to have a crew of mine, however on the equal time now, not abandon the village. Kinda like a squad. This is all you need to know right now. Oh yeah, I am positive you know this, but I'm a devil fruit person, Luffy said looking at Garp. Ah, I see. What is your devil fruit ability? Garp stated, interested in Luffy. I am a rubber guy. I'm able to do the whole lot rubber can do, Luffy says with a smirk. Garp nods, already taking into consideration the things Luffy should do. Naruto's POV. 3 kunai flies throughout a gray-haired guy named Kakashi with a headscarf across one of his eyes. Naruto rushes at the person and enters his piercing fox stance. Aiming for Kakashi belly, Kakashi used a substitution just to. Ah damn it, now not this once more, Naruto groans. Naruto Sasuke were trying to get Kakashi bells and it by no means worked. Even when they all teamed up in installation a non-escapable entice, he nevertheless escaped. Ring ring ring, the bell on the log started out ringing. Flashback. Very well, you 3 might be looking to take those 2 bells from me. Whoever has a bell may not be sent back to the academy, stated Kakashi. Flashback. Quit. Sakura is tied up on a log while Naruto and Sasuke devour in front of her. Ah damn it, Naruto says, feeding Sakura. Abruptly, Kakashi appears with an enraged face. You handed. Kakashi says, having a grin on his face. Everybody pressured. Kakashi explains someone who abandons his challenge is trash. However, a person who abandons his comrades and friends are underneath trash, Kakashi says, smiling. Luffy's POV. Luffy is shown walking domestic as his schooling consultation turned into cut quick because of Marines wanting Garp's assistance. Worn out as hell, Luffy decides that he have to get relaxation and sleeps at the couch, not having enough electricity to move any in addition. Garp's POV. Yeah, I need to teach my grandson what's the trouble, Garp says, selecting his nose. A faded skinned man with a black afro size. Very well, do as you please, maintain in thoughts something horrific that comes from this could be put on you, Sengoku says with an extreme face. Garp nods in response, understanding what he's doing. Naruto's POV. Naruto enters his house to look Luffy knocked out on the couch. Luffy contains him and places him on his bed, smiling before ultimate the door. Luffy snores now, not knowing how hellish Garp's education is.